interact with you again. Yeah, I know I become very late today, but I just got it. Breaking consistency is easy, but I choose to be consistent. So I choose hard, but today I don't don't feel like going live because it's been very late and I was just procrastinating. So it's becoming harder and harder to me. But somehow I control my thought. I came live, so I just want to express more to you that it is not that much hard to do live on channel daily because I live on my comfort zone. I don't use energy for it, but it's become hard because these are last some of last is remaining because on 13 September is my last day for do live on this channel. After that I complete. After that I will complete on 13th day. It's complete my challenge, my commitment to you and myself, and I can do live or make any videos at any day when I feel to make video and come to live. There is there will be uh, uh, no forces to no external forces to say that come live. So it's only me that I can do live. Okay, so now what should I can talk? I think I respect people so much. So they start take granted on these because if I let it if I let it be this my habits, so people always use me and insult me. That is not a good. That is not a good sign. So I have to work on it and I have to control people also because if I don't do anything about this, so people will start using me and take for granted. That is not a good habit, and I have to work on my habit as well. I have to make some good habit mm, so I can make a good future too. Okay, so before talking about these, I have to talk about what I'm feeling today. So I am feeling a little sad as usual because I think I think I am a very nowadays I am just losing hope and confidence But I know these just some hard days, some upcoming, some good days can also will come. Some good days also will come, and I'll shine again. I can say it's my construction time, so I have to construct myself like a house. Uh, when a house is under construction, so mm, that house not seems very good, and that time people don't like that house too much. But after that, when house complete and everybody start like it. Everybody start likes it. So after so I am feeling very tired and sleepy as well. But I have to complete 30 minutes so that I can keep my promise. But I am thinking that I can read a book for 30 minutes. But that also not easy. That also hard. So I am not going to choose reading books. So I can just I can just talk whatever I can talk, whatever comes to my mind. Okay, so yesterday I talked to a person who is working in Gurgaon, I guess, and he start saying that to me you have to work on your past tense. I just did a mistake and I accept it, and I told him to that I, I will work on it, and I got it. What you want to say? What's your point? But he like he over he over explained that thing I don't like. Okay, human. You can't, you don't need to be over explain anything to anyone, because everyone has a sense and everyone understand your point easily, and no one wants to feel like a stupid person. If you start explaining or things to a person, so it's become very so it's become irritated, and another person who is just listening, he can get frustrated. So you don't need to frustrate anyone, and don't need to explain things over. So we always have to try make good relations with people. We always have to make good relations with people, and we always need to maintain a better a good behavior also, because people forget our service but don't forget our behavior with them. So what should I can talk more to you? So should I like find some books to read? Because I read I wrote read I read already those books those so I can talk about mm, like some things, some rules, and some misconception also, because if we keep our simple things in our mind, so we can just keep practicing, we can just keep like working hard, but if we listen many concepts from internet, so we get confused which is right and which is wrong. So it is also important that we have to stick we have to just applies some simple things to some simple things to our work, and we can and get success also. But nowadays everyone is becoming motivational speaker, and start their YouTube channel, Instagram page. Everyone start everyone like start explaining things to people, and give a new concept to the people. I think I don't want to talk about today, so I can just read some books from a book to you. There is also speaking, okay, because I just promised that I don't get I said that I just speak by task. So I can start speaking, reading into a book, that book of a 10th class, and its first chapter is the book that saved the earth, and read and find out why was the 20th century called the era of the book, who tried to invade the earth in the 21st century. Time the 25th century placed the Museum of Ancient History Department of the 20th century on the planet Earth. Before Rice spotlight science and historian who is sitting at a table down night, on which is a movie projector. A sign on a easel beside her reads Museum of Ancient History Department of the 20th Century. She stands and points to audience. Historian, good afternoon. Welcome to our Museum of Ancient History and to my department. What is it? Curiosities of the good old for of 20th century. The 20th century was often called the era of the book. In those days, there were books about everything from anti-hipsters to Julius books taught people how and how to and when to and where to and why to. They illustrate educated, punctuated, and even and decorated. But the strangest thing a book ever did was to save the earth. You haven't heard You haven't heard about the Martian invention of 2040? Uh, task. What do they teach children nowadays? Well, the invention never really happened because a single book stopped it. What was the book? Who asked? A novel encyclopedia, a tom about rockets and missiles, a secret file from outer space. No, it was none of those. It was, but here, let me turn on the historiscope and show you what happened many centuries ago. In 2040, AC turns on projector and points it left. Spotlight on historian goes out and comes up down left on think tank who is seated on a rest box arms folded. He has a huge except Henry and he wears a long robe decorated with stars and circles. Uh, apprentice Noodles stands beside him at an elaborate switchboard, a sign on an easel read. It's been difficult, so I can choose another chapter on violence. There is a great deal of violence in the world. There is a physical violence and also inward violence. Physical violence is to kill another, to hurt other people consciously, deliberately, or without to say cruel things full of antagonism and hate and inwardly inside the skin to dislike people, to hate people, to criticize people inwardly we are always quarreling, battling not only with others but with ourselves. We want people to change. We want to force them to our way of thinking in the world. As we grow up, we see a great deal of violence at all levels of human existence. The ultimate violence is war, the killing for ideas, for so-called religious principles, for nationalities, the killing to preserve a little piece of land. To do that, man will kill, destroy, maim, and also be killed himself. There is enormous violence in the world. The rich wanted to keep people poor, and the poor wanted to get rich, and in the process, hurting the rich and you being caught in society are also going to contribute to this. There is violence between husband, wife, and children. There is violence, antagonism, hate, cruelty, ugly criticism, anger. All these inherent in each human being. It is inherent in you, and education is supposed to help you to go beyond on that. Not necessarily to pass an examination and get a job. You have to be educated so that you become a really beautiful, healthy, sane, rational human being. Not a brutal man with a very clever brain who can argue and defend his brutality. You are going to face on will be caught in the stream of society. You will become like the rest of the cruel, hard, bitter, anger, violent world, and you will not help to bring about a new society, a new world. But a new world is necessary, a new culture is necessary. The old culture is banned, buried, burnt, exploded, first you have to create a new culture, a new culture cannot be based on violence. The new culture depends on you because the older the nation has built a society based on violence, based on aggressiveness, and it is this that has caused on the confusion. And the misery the older nation have produced this world, and you have to change it. You cannot just sit back and say, I will follow the rest of the people and seek recession position. If you know your children are going to suffer, you may have a good time and your children are going to pay for it. So you have to take all that into account, the outward cruelty of man to man in the name of God, in the name of religion, in the name of self-importance, in the name of the security of the family. You will have to consider the outward cruelty and violence and the inward violence which you do not yet know. You are still young, but as you grow older, you will realize how inwardly man goes through hell, goes through great misery because he is in constant battle with himself, with his wife, with his children, with his neighbors, with his goals, with his gods. He is in sorrow and confusion, and there is no love, no kindliness, and no generosity, and no charity. A person may have a PhD after his name, or he may become a businessman with houses and cars, but if he has no love, no passion, kindliness, no consideration, he is really worse than an animal because he contributes to a world that is destructive. So while you are young, you have to know all these things. You have to be sought out. These things you have to be exposed to all these things so that your mind begins to think. Otherwise, you will become like the rest of the world, and without love, without affection, without charity and generosity, life becomes a terrible business. That is why one has to look into all these problems of violence, not to understand violence is to be really ignored, is to be without intelligence and without culture. Life is something enormous, and merely to carve out a little hole for oneself and remain in that little hole. Fighting of everybody is not to live. It is up to you from now on. You have to know about all these things. You have to choose deliberately to go the way of violence or stand up against society. Be free, live happily, joyously, without any antagonism, without any hate. Then life becomes something quite different. Then life has a meaning, is full of joy and clarity. When you walk up this morning, did you look out of the window? You would have seen those hills become saffron as the sun rose against that lovely blue sky. And as the birds began to sing and the early morning cuckoo cooed, there was a deep silence all around, a sense of great beauty and loneliness, and if one is not aware of all that, mm, one might just as well be dead. But only a very few people are aware. You can be aware of it only when your mind and heart are open, when you are not frightened, when you are no longer violent. Then there is an extraordinary bliss of which very few people know. It is part of education to bring about that state in the human mind. About author J. Krishnamurti is a reputed writer and educationist. Bertrand Russell, his mind was full of revolutionary ideas to change the old-fashioned world. There is the tinge of ethical values in his writings. His contribution in the field of education is remarkable. Under Krishnamurti Foundation, many educational institutions are functioning, which are devoted to build up a, gen- a generation of brilliant students and academics. About the text in the present article, Krishnamurti points out the dangers of violence, which is a matter of global concern. There is a need to develop a new culture inclusive of love, pity, patience, and generosity. Education can be good tool to curb violence. There is also left 3 minutes, so I have to read more. Positive health. Health is a positive state of physical and mental well-being. When we feel uh, when we feel secure by being physically healthy and free from disease, by feeling content, and by having by living in a comfortable and clean environment, we are in a state of positive health. Our close and harmonious interaction with family members, neighbors, and friends help us to stay well mentally. According to this definition, very few people in the world enjoy positive health. Uh, in the rich and developed countries, family ties appear to be weakening. Neighbors maybe strangers, and friendship is sometimes restricted to business contacts. Those countries' environmental conditions have improved considerably. The population have achieved a better nutritional status, and there is often plenty of money available to buy most of life's comfort. Most of life's comforts, people in developed countries may enjoy better physical health, but they are far from achieving positive health, as many are not so content mentally. On the other hand, in the developing countries, the quality of human interactions within family, neighbors, and friends are often more positive. However, both the environmental and nutritional status of these population are lower, so the people suffer more from poor physical health. When poor when a person's physical health is poor, instead of positive health cannot exist. So we find that positive health is eluding many of us. So it's complete 20 minutes. So I'm going to end without